Good afternoon from Glenwood Lutheran Church. My name is Pastor Mark Manning, and I want to welcome you on this beautiful August day. As I have been preparing for this, I've had the sound of kids running around the church. It's Vacation Bible School, and they're excited, and they have energy, and they love this place, feel loved in this place, accepted in this place. I guess maybe it's not so bad if they feel that they can come here and feel the excitement and energy. Wouldn't it be good if we as all adults felt that sort of excitement and energy and conducted ourselves that way when we were here? Well, Vacation Bible School is occurring. I want to tell you a little bit about Vacation Bible School in terms of the history. I'd rather you come here to see Vacation Bible School, that Vacation Bible School, but I want to tell you a little bit about the history, maybe help for you to understand. Vacation Bible School really has a somewhat brief history in terms of the whole overarching narrative of Christianity. There's a brief sort of, scholars think, and they think that there is something organized with kids during the summer in Montreal, Canada in 1877. But they don't really know much about it. The first real recorded instance that they have, that people agree on, of an organized Vacation Bible School occurred in 1894 in Hopedale, Illinois. It was called Everyday Bible School. It was organized by D.T. Miles, a layperson who was also a teacher, for kids, and it was daily for 4 weeks. 4 whole weeks, and they used a church, and then rather a school, and then they had adjoining area for recess and such, and it involved all sorts of things. But it started there, and what happened is then as well. They're not sure if the next recorded one heard about it and somehow copied or inspired, or they just sort of sprang up without being aware of each other in New York City. And this is 4 years later in 1898. Virginia Hawes started a Vacation Bible School out of Epiphany Baptist Church. And it focused primarily, of course, on children who had time off from school, and especially immigrants from whatever persuasion, which was considered a mission field, and at the same time, also there was sort of a sense that, well, we want to these foreigners, these heathen, need to be somehow incorporated and encultured into the United States, and we can do that with our religious background and religious training. The bit of trivia that I find most intriguing is that they started in a rented beer parlor. Well, this spread through other Baptist churches. And Robert Boville started organizing numbers of churches. And what he did is when they needed somebody to instruct him, it wasn't the pastors who did this, but rather he got students from Union Theological Seminary in New York City, students who weren't in session then, to go and teach these classes and begin these things. So Vacation Bible School has primarily been a lay-led movement from the beginning. Well, it continued to grow, obviously. Grow, especially amongst Baptist churches, but then it spread to other churches as well, to the point where in 1922, there was a World Association of Daily Vacation Bible School. And a year later, in 1923, Standard Publishing published the first vacation Bible school curriculum that you could buy, and it was standardized for whomever bought it. Most of us were raised with Vacation Bible School. It's changed somewhat over the years. Increasingly, churches might do it together, but it's always been part of the history of Vacation Bible School that churches have worked together. Vacation Bible School was something which crossed sometimes ecumenical lines, and also then crossed as churches that were even in the same denomination worked together. It's also been coordinative. Sometimes in a community, the churches would coordinate their Vacation Bible schools, so one church would have it one week, and then the next week another church would have it, and then the next and what they would do is they would just literally, half the summer, kids could go to Vacation Bible School at a variety of denominations. And of course, some people thought it was just sort of cheap babysitting too, but it kept the kids busy who otherwise might not have had other organized activities. Most of them are free. Most of these historically were free, partly because they were lay-led. Over the years, Vacation Bible School started trending down. In 1997, 81% of churches that were polled in the United States had Vacation Bible School. In 2012, that was down to 68%. I don't know what's happened since COVID. We live in a very busy society, and one might argue that kids are overscheduled, and Vacation Bible School might be considered by some to be part of that overscheduling. And yet, I think that we have a mission. And the mission is to take and open our doors to children, to welcome them the way that Jesus welcomed them, to bring them in to our church family as family, whether they're members or not, and make sure that they know who Jesus Christ is, and they know what he did, and they know God's love for them, however it happens.